Hi, this is Kim Agee, and this is my Module 5 case essay for ITM 501 with Dr. Barra. The topic at hand is the flaws or the near fatal flaws of the enterprise architecture document that we had to read for the required readings. The first flaw that I noticed upon reading through the article was the pyramid that they have set up when they have made the decision to use this enterprise architecture software, whatever it may be. The top has the CEO, and at the very bottom are the worker bees, or the people who will actually be implementing the system and using it on a day-to-day basis to accomplish the company's transactions. And you have the VPs and the managers in the middle of the pyramid. Well, the problem with this is that the workers should have say in the decision before the managers or the VPs or the CEO, because they know the day-to-day transactions of the business. They know whether things are easily able to be implemented. And one of the supplemental readings that we read was talking about the bottom-up, top-down processes, and it actually recommended that they start with the regular employees, down at the bottom, in order to gauge whether an IT system would be successful. And I think just the fact that the enterprise architecture system is set up so that the main decisions are with the CEO isn't going to be successful, and that's why it's a fatal flaw, because unless they know ahead of time that they've done their research and they know whether or not it'll work, it's just going to end up being wasted money and wasted time. Also, another flaw is the fact that the technology, it needs to be researched before they just start developing it. Like, they need to start with talking to the workers at the bottom, the people who are going to use it in day-to-day business, to see if the idea is even able to be accomplished, or if it's something that the CEO can basically have an idea and think, oh, this will work great, it's a great idea. And in theory, it might be, but only the workers who do things day in and day out will know if this idea is able to be implemented successfully, and until then, it's just a waste of time or money. Also, basically, the whole enterprise architecture document focused so much on decisions being made by the CEOs and the CIOs, and they actually didn't focus hardly at all on the workers at the bottom, which I had noted before. And I think that is the main fatal flaw, and that's why the system will not succeed. I did enjoy the supplemental readings where, it described how the workers are important in the process, the technology. It's important to research these things before you just go ahead and make decisions regarding whether or not to use such a system. I just think it's often overlooked, and while I didn't find the enterprise architecture article complicated, I actually read it before I read the supplemental readings, and at first I thought, well, what exactly is wrong with the way they're doing things, except for, I didn't take note of the pyramid. And then once I read the supplemental readings, that strategy obviously makes sense, to start with the people who are going to use the software the most. It's important to get them on board. Change management is more important than it is set up in the enterprise architecture document, and that's not noted in there. It's somewhere in the middle, and the technology's in the middle, and so it's important to take that into consideration, which is something that the enterprise architecture does not do. So those are the main flaws with the system, and I want to say thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity to do my papers via YouTube and the opportunity to use this medium, and that is my analysis. Thank you.